Hello from Kirksville, Missouri. Good afternoon. And this is Rant and Randy's Rant for Tuesday. Uh, what's the date? The 8th. The 8th day of September 2020. Well, we all found out yesterday or today, I'm not sure which, that POTUS has decided to hold America hostage to get his way and the Republicans' way on a stimulus bill. Ah, shit. You can't make this shit up. I wanted to start off with a few things. Haven't heard anything other or additional to what I was talking about on my short 7 minute Facebook. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. I'm kind of learning until I figure out. Hello, Fred. I'm trying to figure out something that I can prop on each side of this to kind of act like the little rubber feet that are on the uh, MacBook Air that stabilizes the upper part. You'll see a little wiggle in this if I put my arm on the table, and you'll probably experience the wiggle when I bang in the dumbass. Uh, I wanted to start out with we've got less than 48 hours now, according to Facebook. They already tried to take me from Classic to the new version. The new version, if they lay it on you within this 48 hours, you go to your drop down menu where you usually log out, and right above it, it will be telling you how many hours that you can still switch back to the other version, the classic that I'm on now. And what you'll have to do is go out there, uh, do that. It'll let you switch back for whatever hours are remaining. Uh, and if it gives you a box to complain, or it does, tell them yes, that some of the features are broken. If you're an administrator, you can't find your way on that damn new version to even welcome new members. So I was thinking maybe if enough people will complain, they'll back off on this new version of Facebook because as far as I can tell, it's useless. It's going to be a whole new learning process contacting Facebook to find out how you use the damn thing. All right, we got 6 people out there, 2 likes. Let's come on in the room, and I'll get down to some other business. Well, actually, I already covered it. Uh, does he actually think that only Democrats will be out of a place to live while the Republicans delay all they can for Ding Dong Donnie wants everything his way, and rich bitch McConnell is going to make sure they hold up on it until they get something suitable that they can send over for the president to sign. Yeah. Let's see what else I got here. A fact check that was, and I'm starting on page 4. Fact check on Ding Dong Donnie's press conference day yesterday was full of lies. Lied about Biden shutting down the country in the first place. Biden couldn't shut down the country. That's state by state. Number 2 is uh, he's already said he would only do it if health experts said that would be the thing to do. And besides that, like I said, he can't shut down the country, just like Donnie didn't shut down the country. Hello, Mary. Uh, I'm going to try to make this quicker. I found on yesterday's little short video, I got over 600 last time I looked. I had 800 and something views. So it got out further and it got more responses. And you know what happened yesterday? I got cut off because had a notice come up, uh, which they won't be able to reach me here on YouTube. Uh, but all he did was lie, lie, and then more lies. If he's awake, he's lying. He repeats talking points uh, so that some will believe he's going back to he was spied on by Obama and Biden during his campaign. No, he had a bunch of damn criminals surrounding him. That's who was investigated. And the FISA warrants are legal. Damn him. Lie about that. Ding dong Donnie. The stock market is down. Oh, and it's probably caused by what you said yesterday. Go out there and lie after lie after lie. And today, of course, the White House, I believe it was Mark Meadows, he has to have interpreters to come out and explain what he really meant in his remarks about the Pentagon, which doesn't explain his bragging about rebuilding the military. It was just a couple of weeks ago. He's rebuilding the military. Well, that takes that industrial, military industrial complex. And besides that, a bipartisan bill was passed by both houses of Congress not to participate in the Yemen war, but yet he was with his little menu of what we got weapon wise, showing them that was just a few months ago. Of course, that doesn't have anything to do with, and of course, he was bragging that it's all made in the USA, but that was weapon, Donnie. You asshole. Uh, okay, I already covered that for you. And when I found out about the different version of uh, Facebook being in 48 hours, it was a little after 12 p.m. Central Time here. All right, let me start on page one. I had to go with Chris Hayes last night. We had rain. I had some recordings. They got wiped out by the rain we had. We had a front come in, and we had to go to DVR and just watch stuff for a while. But I caught some Chris Hayes all in. 93% of Black Lives Matter protests are peaceful, which Ding Dong Donnie claims is chaos and violence. Uh, and most of the violence is caused by the way the police treat peaceful protesters. They're the ones being violent. And he wants, of course, to keep this going. He thinks that's the way he's going to get in office. Oh, reminds me, I had some fun yesterday. The Trump flag sellers were down there in front of the Salvation Army store selling their flags again. I was going south on Highway 63, beat the horn and shot him a bird. When coming back from down there going north on 63, I had to get in the turn lane to turn right past that parking lot, and I shot him a bird, and I'm sure the guy saw me because he watched me turn the corner. And what's this with this year? They like Democrats' color blue. They're not using the red except for the maggot hats. uh, and don't Republicans don't fall for the bullshit uh, that they should stop protesting. Uh, if you don't have that, you don't get change. That's what this is all about. That's what this has always been about, is bringing about needed changes in police reform. We've just seen 2 cases of mental crisis, and the police don't know how to handle it, others short of killing the people. Uh, and I also want to step in, and Donnie has promised a vaccine by the end of the year. Then he turned around. Uh, don't worry about it, Grace. Let it ring. It can go to voicemail, and I'll check the number when I'm through. All right. And then he turned right around and said, it might be by a magic or special day, meaning right before the election. And people are already speaking out. They wouldn't trust the vaccine by his word. And he's already co opted the FDA and the CDC. We can't believe them. We have to count on other medical experts like Fauci. Fauci will still speak out. The companies are now saying they are not going to put out anything unless they know it's safe for the public. All right. I've got a CBS News, YouGov poll that was done, I guess, over the weekend. If a vaccine for coronavirus was announced this year in 2020, would your first thought be probably rushed without enough testing, 65%? A scientific achievement, 35%. Uh, if you haven't registered to vote, please do so. In some states, if you if you haven't registered, you have 30 days before the election. That's not all states. Some states let you register the day you vote, but you can't count on that. Check with your state. I know I'm registered. I'm a registered Democrat in Missouri. Uh, Republicans and Ding Dong Donnie. Oh, I already mentioned that. They're certainly fond of our colors. Oh boy. You can't make this shit up. Red voters and blue campaign posters and flags. Only the maggot hats are red. And that's where I went down the street yesterday, where I shot him a bird. Uh, and I couldn't hardly believe it. Ding Dong Donnie called himself an animal yesterday because you got to keep in mind, uh, talking about servicemen, members, he always projects. So he's the animal, not that some animal, it'd be some animal that said that. That's the way the mouth is always working like this. Um, okay. And Republicans, keep in mind, this man is a pathological liar. I'm going to have to stay off the table or I'm seeing it wiggle. Uh, and Donnie lying about the military wanting endless wars. I saw quite a bit from generals. That's not what they want. And he is ending them? No, he's expanded the areas like Yemen war. He's expanded the footholds we have. He may rue the day he goes against the Pentagon with those remarks. All of a sudden, my phone's busy. Been quiet all day. Uh, Trump vetoes measure to force I told you about this, U.S. involvement in Yemen war. Why? to sell weapons to the Saudis, which he did right in the Oval Office. Potential crime investigation into DeJoy. In fact, I heard the House is going to have him investigated. The word that I heard last night is the Attorney General in North Carolina is also looking into it and being advised by other states to look into it. They will have to get him for a state crime where the statute of limitation on a good part of it is already expired. Let's see what else. And I wanted to go into Donnie's family's military record real quick. Uh, just to look to the past for military service. Grandfather left Germany to avoid service in the military. Fred Sr. never served. Donnie had made up bone spurs to get deferments. And the only one, Fred Jr., when he served, he was almost disowned. In fact, he was. Even when Fred Sr. passed away, they made sure that Mary and Fred the third didn't get their share of the money from Grandpa. Uh, and that was because of Donnie and his sister, Mary, whatever her name is. Uh, and latest Trump approval rating approved 43.3%, disapproved 52.6%. I wonder why. If you vote for the Ding Dong Donnie, uh, it's like you're buying the same lemon car you bought the first 4 years. You're buying it again. Keep in mind, he demanded loyalty early on. Examples: James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Jeff Sessions, Rex Tillerson, John Bolton, Mike Mattis, and many, many more replacements for replacements. Just look at Chief of Staff for one example, and that is not normal. And he has had more turnover in his regime than any president in history. I lost count. I think it's over 100 and something people replaced, uh, fired, or they quit. Uh, Trump launches unprecedented attack on leaders he appointed. What's new about that? That their president has an administration with more turnover than any other in U.S. history, even presidents with 2 terms. And I told you about, I believe, House Democrats launch a probe into Louis DeJoy for federal election commission violations with employees of his company to raise money for GOP candidates. And as I said, the North Carolina AG is looking into allegations at the North Carolina state level, federal charges, as I said, unless some of it's been recent, statute of limitation has run out. Climate change. After record heat, Denver may have 6 inches of snow. It is 50 something degrees and windy outside here. So even though they're saying rain all this week, we may end up with a little frozen precip before the week is out. All right. I believe I got through all of it. I'm trying to do these a little faster. I find that I have more people watch for a longer period of time. according to the analytics on my YouTube channel, if I get this done and get it over with, let me close that little box. That one is from YouTube about Tom Hartman's program. There we go. Got it out of the way. Hello, Fred Bear. Hello, Carol Gillens. And hello, Dizzy Duke, who is Josh. Uh, I remember these things. Sometimes it's hard. Hello, Buddy Davis. And of course, Mary Humphreys and Fred Homeyer. I'm glad all of you came. Uh, and as usual, I love it. You get together, you talk. This is how we build this movement. We will, got to back off, shaking the screen again. Uh, can you clearly see my butt Trump over there? That was Rose Taylor that sent that to me. And as you can see, uh, Rich Mitch, the bitch, is laying down on the job again. Just got back and he's decided to take a rest and cause trouble between the elephants and the donkeys. That shit you can't make up. That's about the truth. All right, people, we have a big job to do. We have got. I'm losing track of how many days we got left. Uh, but there's a lot to do and a short time to get it done. We can make a big difference. You need to talk to all your Republican friends, like I'm going to be pointing out more and more. People here in Kirksville, you don't think it can happen in your family? Think twice. Because here, a block from me, my stepson's mother-in-law, which they have contact with, has got COVID, and we probably won't hear anything more uh, unless the worst happens. And I'm praying and I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Uh, but again, that shows that may change some Trump supporters right there. That whole family support Trump. Now one of them has come down with COVID-19. Why? A failure of leadership from Donald J. Trump. All right, I will be putting out my meme. I forgot to yesterday. I may even put my mail out there, my P.O. box. In fact, I'll do it the easy way here. It's Randall Curvin, P.O. Box 336, Kirksville, Missouri 63501. Or your cards, your letters, and your donations are always appreciated. Uh, Others of you know, contact me by personal messenger. I have no problem with you having my street address and send it right to me. Uh, Cards and letters. Donations are optional. Being that I am a Blue Dot member, I will be at the meeting later on. I want you to go down, like, share, and subscribe. If you're new, we can always use your help and get on board with the Blue Dot family. All right, I will let you go at this time. Got to do it yesterday, didn't have time. Peace, resist, persist, and insist that November 3rd, we cause that blue wave, take back the House, or keep the majority in the House, take the majority in the Senate, and replace the piece of shit in our White House. Let you go. Have a good one. I want you to what? Share this shit. I'll see you later at the meeting. Bye bye. Share this shit.